Yesterday's class, we talked about the introduction of novel, and we were discussing about the the essential features that the literature of Indian English witnessed in the beginning decades of 20th century. The initial 4 to 5 years of 4 to 5 decades of 20th century uh, in society, Indian society, as well as in literature, arts, witnessed the impact of Indian freedom struggle. All of us know that English language in India came through the advent of East Indian Company, the the imperial policy of Britishers. We will talk in detail about it. We will talk about the influence of English, the kind of literature educated people were reading, the literature of the West that influenced their thought process. We have in modern 20th century, we have Raja Rao, Mulk Raj Anand, R.K. Narayan, among those very influential literary figures who made their voices recognized at international level too. Today I'm going to talk about R.K. Narayan, who was one of the distinguished modern Indian writers in English. He was born in 1906 in Madras, which is now called Chennai. He was educated at the Collegiate High School in Mysore. His father was the headmaster of that particular school. Then he went to Maharaja's College, Mysore. Interestingly, his full name is Rasipuram Krishna Swami Ayyar Narayan Swami. But a very famous writer, Graham Greene, he suggested him, he suggested R.K. Narayan to shorten his name. And he adapted, he followed his advice. And we all know him as R.K. Narayan. In the initial career, he worked as a teacher, then he worked as a journalist. His first novel was Swami and His Friends, which came in 1934. And you all must be aware of a very imaginative town, Malgudi. Malgudi, he created, R.K. Narayan created an imaginary small town. The name was Malgudi. And Swami and Friends was the first work of fiction where he created this town. And in his forthcoming novels, we would see Malgudi was an image frequently created in his novels. So what were the other major novels written by R.K. Narayan? The Bachelor of Arts in 1937. Very famous novel, The English Teacher, which came in 1945. One of the most talked about novels, The English Teacher. Then in 1949, another novel, Mr. Sampath, came. Then The Financial Expert in 1952. And this famous, important literary text, The Guide, which came in 1958. Others are The Vendor of Sweets in 1967, The Painter of Signs 1977, The World of Nagaraj 1990. As a student of literature or as a student of this particular novel, we need to remember that his fictional world is always crowded with characters: journalists, painters, professors, financial experts, lawyers, dreamers. And R.K. Narayan as a writer, always portrayed his characters with a gentle irony. This is very important. Just now I mentioned about the use and the impact of English language, the second language for Indians. All of us know that being colonized, ब्रिटिश का ब्रिटिशर्स का रूल्स था हम पे ब्रिटिशर्स का रूल था हम पे उन इतने सालों तक रहा. वी एज इंडियंस हैड दिस स्ट्रगल जहाँ पे हमेशा से एकोमोडेट एडजस्ट करने की कोशिश हो रही थी ट्रेडिशन को वेस्टर्न एटीट्यूड से, जो कि मैंने अभी कहा कि हम ब्रिटिशर्स से इनहेरिट कर रहे थे. तो ये जो स्ट्रगल है ना, वेदर टू बी ट्रेडिशनल और टू adopt some Western attitudes. We see irony है जो ये यूज़ करते हैं अपने नॉवेल्स में. Then ग्राहम ग्रीन ने तो यहाँ तक भी कहा कि इनके जो आर के नारायण के जो कैरेक्टर डिपिक्शन है, जिस तरीके से वो अपनी कहानी रख रहे हैं, अपने कैरेक्टर्स को दिखाते हैं, तो लगता है जैसे ट्रेजी कॉमेडी आप समझते हैं, ये मिक्सचर होता है जहाँ ट्रेजिडी भी है और कॉमेडी भी है, पैथोस भी है. पैथोस किसे कहते हैं? जब दया की भावना आती है, जब बहुत पिटी फीलिंग क्रिएट करते हैं राइटर. ग्राहम ग्रीन ने ये सारे जो फीचर्स उनके स्पेशली जो फर्स्ट नॉवल उनका आया स्वामी एंड फ्रेंड्स, उन्होंने कंपेयर किया ये सब एंटन शेकोव से. एंटन शेकोव की स्टोरीज़ हमने देखी हैं, कितनी कमाल के आर्टिस्ट ऑफ इमोशंस हैं वो. और वो यहाँ तक कहते हैं, ग्राहम ग्रीन ने ये कमेंट भी किया कि उनका जो एक नारायण का पर्टिकुलर कॉमिक गिफ्ट है ना, दैट एक्चुअली फ्लरिश्ड इन द स्ट्रॉन्ग फ्रेमवर्क ऑफ सोशल कन्वेंशन. तो जिस तरीके के ट्रेडिशन को दिखाते हैं वो, इंडिया के ट्रेडिशन को दिखाते हैं, उनका दिखाने का ढंग एक जो है वो बहुत यूनिक है. आर के नारायण wrote many short stories also, An Astrologer's Day and other stories. This collection came in 1947. Lolly Road, it came in 1956. A Horse and Two Goats in 1970. Then Malgudi Days, very, very important work. You must mention this Malgudi Days in your answer. That came in 1982. Another important thing that you need to remember is that R.K. Narayan was awarded this prestigious Sahitya Academy Award for this novel, The Guide. He was given this prize in 1960. Again in 1964, he was honored with Padma Bhushan, and he received this honorary D.Lit degree from the University of Leeds and the University of Delhi in 1967 and 1973 respectively. और ये जो एक ब्रिटिश काउंसिल है ना दिल्ली में, इन्होंने भी ऑनर किया था इनको. कैसे ऑनर किया था इन्होंने? ब्रिटिश काउंसिल ने एक सीरीज़ बनाई थी, राइटर्स एंड देयर वर्क. बहुत नाम है, तो इस वजह से आर के नारायण को जब इंक्लूड किया गया, इट्स अगेन एन एडिशन इनटू द कैप ऑफ देयर अचीवमेंट्स. और बीबीसी ने तो बहुत सारी उनकी स्टोरीज़ को ब्रॉडकास्ट भी किया है. हमें पता है कि देवानंद और वहीदा रहमान की मूवी है द गाइड, जो 1965 में आई थी, और बहुत सारी लैंग्वेजेस में इस नावल को अडेप्ट किया गया है. इट शोज़ कि कितनी पॉपुलैरिटी इन्होंने गेन की. R.K. Narayan passed away in 2001, and we as readers believe that he created a big vacuum in that room, this realm of literature, because I believe हर writer की अपनी एक unique place है जो कोई नहीं gain कर सकता फिर दोबारा, और R.K. Narayan was one of them.